Good morning. How are we this morning? Apologies for being 3 minutes late. I had everything all ready and then just at the last minute I clicked Google off. I don't know what I was thinking. So I clicked Chrome completely off. Oops, wrong. Let's change that. I'll wait to see who's coming on this morning with me. There we go. So good morning, good morning. Who do we have this morning? Do we have anybody joining me live this morning? I will do a quick sound check whilst I wait to see. Oh, we have somebody. Can't see who it is yet. See in a moment. Good morning. I can't see who you are at the moment. I think it may be Wilma. I think we've got 2 comments. Good morning, Louise. So the other one must be Wilma. Yes, it is. Okay, ladies, this morning we are taking it right back to basics, no fancy moves. We are going to use our little ball, our bender ball, and maybe a folded towel for under your head if you need it. So things to have handy, or a folded cushion, whichever you use, or half a yoga block is also a really good idea. Fold that a bit neater. And we shall get started. I am here. I think you saw my backside there. Okay, so let's put my comments on. Let's get started. So let's find a place on your mat. I'm just going to adjust my camera ever so slightly so you can see better down there. Bring your feet hip width apart. I actually haven't checked the sound. Does everything sound okay? I think it does. Yeah. Let me know if you want the music up a little or if it is okay. Feet together, toes to the corners, heels in the line, toes forward, heels back, legs and feet under your hips. We're going to lift the toes, spread the toes, place the toes back down onto the mat. You're going to connect the big toe and the mat without gripping on too much. So the big toe, last point of balance, is connected onto your mat. Let's think about how our feet are placed. So if we think of it as a base like a triangle, we've got the inner and outer edge at the base, at the widest part of your foot, big toe, little toe, and then the centre of your heel. We're going to connect all those 3 areas together. And then let's lift up as though we've got drawing pins sticking up under the insteps. And we're just going to lift up our insteps up into our pelvis, all the way up the inner leg. So we're just holding as though we've got little suction pads under each of our feet. I want you to bring one hand onto the front finger, one finger onto the back of your pelvis, one hand on each side. We're working into the muscles of the legs, not the joints, so we've got soft, movable knees, and we're not locking our knees. And then we're going to tuck the tailbone under point A, point it back, point C. Tuck it under point A, tuck it back, point C. Under and back one more time. Relax your shoulders a little more. Find point B. So instead of tucking the pelvis up and down, we've now got it in our own neutral position. I want you to bring your hands to either side at the base of your rib cage. Thumbs back, fingers forwards. Drop the shoulders from your ears. Take a breath in. Feel the whole of your ribs expand as you breathe in, and then feel them draw back in as you breathe out. Do that again. We want the front, the back, and the sides. 360 breath. This time as you exhale, let's slide into the corset and tighten our belt loops 1 or 2 notches in. Take the shoulders up and down and then draw your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Lengthen the fingers towards the floor. Let's bring the whole arm round, inner elbow and palms forward a little more. Take the chin up, take the chin down. Take it up and down. Just a couple more. Hold the chin down. Take one ear over to one shoulder. How does that feel in the neck, the shoulder, the back of the neck? Take it down through the front and over to the other side. As you do this, check that you're not collapsing into that lovely perfect Pilates posture that we found at the beginning. And then even to both sides, release the chin down to the chest. Take the shoulders forwards and up. Take them round and down your back. Do that again. Keep the chin to chest, just relax down. Let's start to lift the head, draw the chin towards the back of your neck. And just circling a little bit bigger now as we come round to the shoulders. One more time. Right arm reach up and down and left. As you do this, imagine you've got resistance that you're hitting with the whole arm as you come back. Right arm, take it up diagonal high and left. Really targeting the shoulder. Shoulder height now. Take it low. Circle round. Let's do that again, right to left, diagonal high. Now imagine that you've got that resistance behind, shoulder height. So we're activating the shoulder muscles, diagonal low. I'm going to do that all to the right side. Diagonal high, shoulder, low, circle, left arm high, shoulder, low, circle. Arms come in front. Let's take a little rotation round and back to the center, other way. So we've got fingertips touching, elbows little soft bend as though you've got a big ball in between. Bring it down. Release the shoulders round, push pedal through your ankles. Keep the feet going to your shoulder roll the other way. Feet down, let's easy squat. And up, do that again. Sitting the hips right back for the weight into the heels and the balls of your feet. Light on the toes. All the way up. Upper body, round release. Bend the knees, chin to chest, and open. Round release. So this is an opening at the upper back, not the waist. So the upper back and the rib cage. Squat here. Round release. So don't rush your squat. Sit the hips back. Round release. Really getting the most of these moves. Squat. It feels really muggy and warm in here this morning. One more time. Arms in front, pull back, elbow, and lengthen. Other side. Bow and arrow. Keep going with this. Pull back. Arms down, take a reach down right. And left. So as you do this, can you feel Your feet staying nice and even into the floor. Does the weight all go over to one side? Take that reach just along the floor a little. Opening up, keeping that side waist nice and long. One more. Into the hips, right knee lift and lift. So just a nice easy lift. Bring in opposite arm in front. You take that as high as you need. So we're keeping it nice and basic this morning. Just the legs, lateral lift to the side. As you do this, think about toe forward, heel back, lifting with the outer thigh, bring in opposite arm. Glute kick back right, squeeze the bottom, squeeze. Not about how high we lift here. I want you to activate those big gluteal muscles. Heel back, toe forward, opposite arm. Option, both arms. Right hip, circle, and lift. Take this rotation to what feels good for you. Opposite arm. You knew that was coming, didn't you? Right knee, lift, lift. Lateral lift to the side. Stay centre with your weight, glute kick back. Circles, rotations. Right knee, everything on the right. Lateral lift. Glute kick back. Circle. Left knee. Lateral lift. Kick back. Circle. Take it up with the arms. Squeeze open. Come forward. Release down. Heel lift up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take it down. Release. Keep going with that. I think my batteries are giving up on me. I do hope I've got spares. Oh, I do. Keep going. Okay, hope you got that. Push pedal with the arms, get the hips moving, get the whole body involved, shoulders relaxed, elbows bending. Funky walk. We're going to stay with this. No bounce. Take away every bit of bounce. Take away all the movement. Heels, heel. Hands to thighs, roll up. Inhale. Reach up, exhale, chin to chest, hips back, hands to thighs, elbows out, fingers in, lengthen through as you inhale, in breath. Exhale, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone, navel to spine, roll up, shoulder blades into pockets. Let's go again, half roll down, reach, tuck. Sit the hips back a little, inhale, let's sweep through the front spine. Exhale, round through the back spine. Inhale, reach. Baby back bend option, glutes engaged, lengthening through the front body. Take it down. Lengthen front spine. Opening back spine. One more time. All the way up. Roll through the shoulders. Take your feet wide. We're going to take it over and over. Sit the hips back. Weight into the heels and the balls of your feet. Take a little reach. Reach to your pinky toe or the outside ankle. Come through the middle, hands to thighs, bend your knees. Lift and roll up. Come to the back end of your mat. Shoulder blades into your pockets, reach up. Baby back bend option. Tuck the chin, half or full roll down. Take an in breath at the bottom, exhale, roll up. Shoulders into your pockets. I want you to imagine here now that the back of your body, the spine, is in towards the wall. So we're not going to actually touch the wall with the heels or the butt because we need to come down. You're going to take a little lean back and tuck the chin. Now roll down with the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. So you can even try this on a wall if you like. In breath, roll up. So the feet need to be away from the wall if you are. So your butt can then lean in. Take it down. Top of the spine, upper back, middle. Feel the hips shift up. Exhale. This time if you are at the wall, rebuilding the spine. And then come away. Inhale. So it's always a nice one just to experiment with that and see where your spine is not moving so well. Hold down. Let's take a walk to plank. Knees down. Shift the shoulders, wrists and elbows in line. So we shift the weight slightly forwards. Make sure we've got that neutral pelvis come to point A, point C. Find point B where you feel your lower abdominals, pelvic floor abdominals kicking in. Lift one knee off the mat, press the heel away and bend. Switch sides. I want you to keep your shoulders over your wrists. Let's go first side again. Second side. Toes tucked, shift the weight back with the hips. Press the hands into the mat. Now lift the knees. Come into an upside down triangle calf stretch. Bend one knee, press the opposite heel away. Lift right into the top of that hip of the lengthened side. And then switch. Heel down, lift into the hip. And switch. And switch. Bend both knees, release them down, and tuck your toes, big toes together, knees just a little wider than hip width. Sink the hips back, belly to thighs, elbows wide, head down. Just ease a little side to side into the hips here, release the shoulders. Come back to your all fours, come back to your calf stretch. Engage front thighs back, release the heels towards the mat, doesn't matter if they don't touch. Press the hips back with the hands, lift the seat, just breathe here. Full back body stretch, engage the quads now, the thigh muscles, shift your weight slightly forward, lower abs, belly, hug your ribs in. Press the floor away with your spread palms, first finger and thumb making a nice connection with the mat. From this move, we're going to take one knee down, lift it up. It's a little switch now. One knee down, lift it up. One knee down, lift it up, other knee down, lift it up, either calf stretch or child rest. So you take your option here. Either of them, depending how you approach them, are a rest position. Come back, plank. Hold your plank. Knees down option, as long as the hips are shifted forwards. The hips are not sagging like a hammock or coming towards that calf stretch. Quads engaged. Belly back, ribs hugging. Push into the mat, breathe. Release the knees and tuck the toes again, sit the hips back. This time, palms up. Release elbows down. And let's take a different stretch into the shoulders and the sides of the upper back. Come round to all fours. Shift the weight forwards. Slowly release down. Push up. Sit back. So press up. Come forward. Slowly release down. Push up. Sit back. My knees are a little bit wider than hip width here just now. Forwards. Shoulders, wrists, elbows in line. Push down. Inhale. Push up. Exhale. Sit back. One more time. Sit back. Ease around. Come onto your knees. Grab your ball. You're going to take the ball behind your back. Both hands into the ball. Knees hip width. Let's pull down, release, down, release. Focusing on neutral pelvis, navel to spine gently, so you've got a piece of elastic between your navel and your spine here. We're going to keep our ribs moving, connected to our hips. So we've got a piece of elastic connecting ribs, lower ribs to hips. Hold it down. Little pulse. Lift, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it round to the front. Place that ball in between your knees. Give your wrists a little circle and then come back to all fours. On all fours, let's shift the weight slightly back. Take right hand into a salute. Open the elbow to the ceiling. Hold. Take that elbow through under the other arm. Hold. Take it open. And take it through. No rushing here. Take that elbow up option. Extend the full arm. Just hold it open. Take it through. Don't land, but reach. Again. Upper back mobility here. In around the rib cage. Switch hands, elbow, just hold and open, breathe. Thread it through. Open. Still with the elbow, let's reach it through. Elbow up, full arm option. So instead of rushing, we're reaching and just seeing if we can go a little bit further. Open. And reach. Hands under shoulders. Let's lengthen through front of spine. Draw your navel gently back. Take your shoulders into your back pockets and open and look through towards the front of the floor. Exhale, tuck the navel down, tuck the chin to chest, lift the upper back away, draw the belly back, rounding into angry cat. Again, inhale. So if my timing, my breath, is too slow for you, I want you to move in time with your breath. Inhale. Feel the back of the waist. Feel the back of the ribs, feel the upper back in between the shoulders, the back of your neck. Do you have any stuck areas here? Release the ball away. Stay on all fours. Knees are hip width. Oh, here comes the ninja showers again. We're going to slide opposite hand, opposite leg. Let's just get that good positioning. Pad the hands under your shoulders, knees are hip width. Slide away and then flex the ankle and lift. Slowly bring it down. So we're really taking our time and focus here. Slide away. Flex the ankle, palm draws in, turns in. Oh, that really is a ninja shower. Slide. Now I want you to, in your mind's eye, imagine that this is a lie-low, not a yoga mat. It's on the water. And as you move, you want to keep it as steady as possible so that you stay floating. Rotate the hand in, flex the ankle. We're squeezing the gluteal muscles in the backside. Knees come back hip width. Make sure they don't come in towards each other. Into a tripod, that's a little cheat. This time, take it out on the diagonal. So even harder now. To keep your lie low steady. Slow, slow, don't rush. That changeover from left to right, right to left in the diagonal is where your lie low is most chance of throwing you off. So in that changeover place, as you come from one side to the other, stay as steady as you can on your lie low. Hold here, right knee, like circle the hip back and round. Take that circle the other direction. As you do this, first finger and thumb connected, fingers are spread into the mat. Switch sides, circle back and round. Nice mobility move into the hips. Other way, stabilizing it into the shoulders, upper back and chest. In this position, you're going to open your toes a little wider towards the corners of the mat. Take your hands slightly further forwards. Pull your shoulder blades into your back pocket, shift your weight forwards. Take a big breath in. On your exhalation, lower yourself to the mat. Slow, slow control. Keep breathing if you need. Option here to place a little something between your forehead and the mat. So I need to so I don't squash my mic. This is going to help keep your spine in a nice neutral position. Untuck your toes towards the back corners of your mats. Your hands are going to come down by your sides, palms up. So down by your hips, palms up. Find your neutral pelvis here, point B. Gently draw the navel to spine, connect ribs to hips, front and back. All I want you to do is to float the arms up, reach to your heels, and then slowly float them down. Do that again. So imagine you've got that ball that we had when we're kneeling. So a similar position, but we're lifting the shoulders up this time. Rotate your thumbs down, rotate your palms down, reach your fingers away. Come back, rotate, backs of hands to the floor. Lift, retract the shoulders, draw the fingertips down. If that feels okay, you're going to take a little lift as you lift with the upper body. Keep the head, neck, spine in line. Rotate the palms, thumbs turn out, and then come back. Nice, controlled move. do 2 more. So we're staying in our lovely neutral pelvis. We're not gripping on too much with the glutes. It's a gentle activation going on, but you're not purposefully doing it. Release down. Let the shoulders go. Bring your hands back beside your rib cage. Lift the upper body, shift the weight of the hips all the way back, big toes connect, sit the hips back, press the hips right back, release the forehead, release the elbows, child. Come round to seated position. So a nice seated position. Ball, tuck it in behind the back of your pelvis. Let's bring ourselves into a kind of almost V shape with the thighs and the upper back, the upper body. So your pelvis can tuck point A, point C, and then find point B. Abs connected, ribs to hips. Slight bend in the knees, hip width apart. Let's take the shoulder blades down our back. Extend the arms forwards, reach the fingers long, and then take a little lean back, navel to the ball. Your chin is drawn towards the back of your neck so that your neck is nice and long. We lift right arm, take it down. Lift left arm, take it down. Lift both arms, ribs to hips, stay ribs to hips, and down again. Don't let your ribs disconnect from your hips. In breath, take a roll back, navel to the ball. Tuck the chin to chest, tuck the tailbone towards the front of your pubic bone, reach the fingers away. Lift up, ribs to hips, circle round. Come back to your start position. In breath, exhale. C-curve the spine like your angry cat, navel to the ball. Chin to chest, tailbone tucks. Lift up. We're staying really slow and controlled here today. All the way around with the arms. Breathe in, exhale, C-curve. So each time you can go a little bit deeper. Open up the back of the shoulders a little more. Lift up tall, circle round, come back to your start position. Lower body, right leg, press the heel away, bring it back. You're just going to hover about a centimetre or an inch off the floor. As you do this, keep your hips as level as you can, keep your shoulders as level as you can. Take the same arm and leg, lift up with the arm and back. Let's not let that rib disconnect from the hip, both arms option. Right arm, pull back, bow and arrow. Left arm, slight bend in the knees, not too much. Navel to spine, follow the gaze, eye on elbow. Open, sweep, and back, other side. Just trail the fingers as lightly as you can over the floor, hardly even touching. All the way back. Bring your feet together, knees open. Let's take a nice, easy shift with the weight onto the front sit bones. Take a nice, easy fold forward. Stretching into the hips, release the shoulders over your upper back, release the weight of the head. Ease out here. Come back. We're going to remove the ball. I'm going to take our feet a little wider than hip width. Shift your weight right onto your front sit bones. You've got a bend in the knees, so we're not extending. Nice and tall. Bring your hands down behind your back. Feet can plant. Lift the shoulders, lift through the rib cage, but stay connected. You're going to drop knees over to right, center, over to the left, center. Now come onto your fingertips. Don't rush over. Doesn't matter if your knees don't hit the floor. Shift your weight a little bit further off your fingers if you can. If you can, I'm going to start rolling forwards. Take the hands off and bring them forwards. Hip mobility, pelvic floor stability. Hold to the right. Bring your hands down in front. I'm just going to shift back with my weight a little. Fingertips on the floor. Whole hand option. Fingertips if you can, like an upside down cup. Shoulder blades into your pockets and then draw your navel to spine. Ribs connected to hips. Nice long spine. Think of that neutral pelvis even in this position. Lift the foot off the floor. Just the foot and the lower leg. Now don't let your shoulders come up as well. Lift as light as you can now with the hands. More difficult than it sounds. Over to the other side. So if you can do this without the hands, it's really good for your pelvic floor stability. Fingertips down as light as you can. Let's lift. Knee stays connected. Just lift that lower leg. Make sure you're not hinging forwards as you lift. Let's drop the shoulders from the ears as light as we can on the fingers. So you might even float. You might come up. Over to the front. Oh, let's release right over to the other side. Take a fold. Over that leg, release. Come up. Over to the other side. Release. Come back to a seated position. Thinking about the roll back that we had. So you want to be in the front half of your mat. So, first option, find that V-sit, knees bent, heels on the floor, navel to spine, ribs to hips. Fingertips the back of your legs. You're going to tuck into a C curve here. Don't let go of that position with your hands. Hold, hold. Now you walk your hands down your thighs. We're going to do both options. Hands to floor. Now release vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep chin to chest. Onto the mat. As your upper back, shoulders, head come down, walk the feet in. Lengthen your arms behind as you come back and round. Just a little lengthening to the back of the waist. We're going to come back up, palms to floor, chin to chest, elbows down. Hands come to the mat. Walk back up. Bring your feet back into that starting position. That was option one. Option two. Extend the hands, shoulder blades down. Tuck into your C-curve spine. Reach the fingers away. Hold here for a moment. C-curve. Now draw vertebrae by vertebrae down. The navel connected towards the back of the spine. Upper back. For ribs, shoulders, head and feet down. Onto the mat. Circle your arms around. Hands to the back of your pelvis. Down onto the mat. Feet underneath, hip width apart as you would be standing, lengthening the back of your waist. Let's float the arms up. Now as you come up overhead towards the back of the mat, I want you to draw ribs to hips, circle arms around. Lift one knee as you come down into tabletop, just one. Ribs to hips, navel to spine, circle the arms around. As you come down, place that foot. As you come up, the other knee into tabletop. Do not let the ribs disconnect from the hips. This time, lift one knee, hold. Lift the other knee, hold. Both knees in tabletop. Circle round again. Hold the knees in tabletop. Draw the navel to the body, spine. Draw the front ribs to the hips. Extend your hands up to your thighs. Press the heels of the hands towards the front thighs. Elbows extended. So if you've got your elbows bent, lengthen them. Draw the navel to spine, connect ribs to hips. Bracing the abdominals. Lower legs as though they're on a coffee table, right angle. Now release the arms down. Right arm float above shoulders. All the way back and down. Left arm. Right leg toe tap. Left leg. Right arm float up. And back. Left arm. Draw the navel back. Ribs to hips. Toe tap right. Toe tap left. Hinging at the hip, not the knee. Right arm. Stay braced. Keep that lovely connection. Ribs to hips. Toe tap. Hinging at the hip. Ribs to hips. See how that changes it and makes it so much stronger. Left leg. Now just float both arms up and overhead. As you come back, draw the knees into the chest, give them a good old hug. Take a little rock and roll here. If you were needing something under your head here, please pop a little prop under your head and neck. We're going to keep going with these moves and just build them up. Length the back of your waist. Tabletop right. Tabletop left. Hands extended at the elbows to your thighs, just to check. And let's make a right angle with those lower legs. As you do, brace your abdominals. Draw and strap your ribs to hips. Right arm float up and down. Left arm. Do not let your knees draw in over your belly. Right leg toe tap. It can be your heel or your toe. Hinging at the hip, not the knee. Right arm, right leg. Left arm, left leg. Do that again. Let's keep the tummy braced. Keep the ribs to hips connection. Navel towards spine with that elastic. Stay with the legs. Stay with the opposite arm. And then if you like, take the option. Single leg, both arms. Draw your navel back. One more. Draw your chin back. Hold here. Float the arms above your chest. Hold. Just hold. Now I want you to draw the ribs to hips. Feel how that makes you brace strong. Just hold. Breathe. Float both arms open. Bring them back. Float them open and back. Imagine you've got a huge ball in your arm and it's just expanding and drawing in. Breathe. Now let's extend right leg away and back. Left leg extend. Leg press, flex the ankle. Press the heel away at a 45-degree angle. Just hold. Breathe. Find that brace, ribs to hips. Now draw the arms back overhead. Circle slowly round. Draw the chin back and down. Arms by your side. Bring the knees into chest. Give them a good old hug again. Little rock and roll here. One foot to the mat, other foot to the mat. Take away the prop from under your head. Lengthen the back of your neck onto the mat. Feet planted. Lift your toes, spread your toes. Place the feet down, connect big toe. Lift up through the arches. Feel how that brings you into a natural neutral pelvis. A natural brace in your abdominals. Spread the shoulders back. Now let's tuck navel to spine, tailbone to back of knees, pelvic tuck, and then we peel vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and controlled off the mat. Into a bridge hip lift. Take a breath in at the top, slowly from the top of your spine. Let's bring vertebrae by vertebrae back down. Draw the navel down. The back of your ribs, back of your waist, top of your pelvis, and then release. Take an in-breath at the bottom. Exhale. This time as you lift, imagine it's a string of pearls that you're picking up off the floor one at a time. Are your feet still connected? Lengthening the back of your neck. Breathe in at the top, and then one by one, let's replace those pearls gently back onto the mat. This time, after your breath in, lift pearls off the mat again one by one. Let's float the arms up overhead. Leave the arms here, vertebrae by vertebrae, release each pearl back onto the floor. The arms are staying where they are. Just rest the arms back. Elbows connected to the floor, tops of the arms connected to the floor, upper part of your lower arm connected to the floor, and your hands, backs of your hands on the mat, on the floor. So that means you take your arms a little wider. So we've got lots of space created here between the shoulders, the ears, and the neck. Lengthen one leg away. Lengthen the other leg away. Take a full body stretch, flex the ankles, press the heels away, reach the heels away, toes to the shins, fingertips away, and then release back. Take a moment here, let your arms come wide, let your toes fall away from each other. Just take a moment to rest, just a split moment. Arms come down by your sides, walk one foot back onto the floor, take the other foot back onto the floor. Take your feet a little wider on the mat than hip width. Lift and lengthen the back of your waist, arms come wide. Feet stay on the floor here just now. Drop your knees over to one side and let's just turn the head away from the legs. Hold and breathe. Come up through the center, abdominals brace, and over to the other side. So I want you to notice where you feel that connection and the stretch. Lift up through the center, take it over. Do you feel it in the side of your hip, in the front of your hip flexors? Do you feel it in the lower back or the back of your pelvis? Do you feel it across the shoulders or chest? So you can stay with the feet on the floor if you're enjoying this one. Or you come back to the center, lengthen the back of your waist again, bring your knees into your chest, give them a good old rock and roll hug, and then open the arms again. Take a breath in, exhale, drop the knees over to the side, turn the head away from your knees. Inhale through the center, over to the other side, head turns away. So this time, where do you feel that stretch? Do you feel it now less into the hip flexors, more into the outer hip glute? Further up towards the back of your waist, maybe into your rib cage, side of your ribs, maybe even more into the front of your shoulder. So it's always a good idea to experiment with this, maybe change it up sometimes as well. Stay over to one side. Bring your arm to the same side as your knees, push yourself up with your hand, bring yourself round, come to a seated position. Either feet wide, lifting onto the front sit bones, or cross-legged. Lift your fleshy bit of your seat out of the road and then just roll through the shoulders here. Bring your right hand towards the mat, fingers down. Reach your left hand, sweep along the floor, lift up, drop your left hip. And as you lift up now, reach the ribs away from the hip as you drop that hip. Take a lean over, not too far. And then we drop the top shoulder and reach the fingers away as though we're trying to shake hands with somebody. All the way up. Take it back up to the center, nice and tall, left hand down. Right hip releases heavy into the floor. Lift the ribs away from your hip as they float and lengthen over towards the opposite corner of the room. Drop the top shoulder. Reach the fingers away, reach the hand away. Feel that stretch into the back of the waist, into the lower lats, come all the way up. Bring yourself round to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I want you to take your knees mat width apart, untuck your big toes, sit big toes together. Sit the hips right back first. Now ease around the hips here. Bring the elbows wide and down. Bring the belly down, bring the forehead down. And just feel that nice release into the belly, into the pelvic floor. And into the back of your waist, back of your shoulders. Just breathe and release. Allow the back of your waist, allow the belly, allow the pelvic floor and the shoulders just to take a moment to let go of the tension. Take a deep breath in, exhale, sigh it away. So we want the strength in our body, but we also want the length, we want the ability to relax and release and let go of the tension. The body and mind just settle for a moment. When you're ready, engage through your abdominals, lift all the way up. Bring your knees under your hips, tuck your toes under. Hands come slightly forward from the shoulders. Spread your hands, spread your palms, spread your fingers. First finger and thumb connected like a big V. And then sit the hips back. Just take a little moment here, stretch into the feet. Spread into your hands. Now float the knees up. Float the hips back and come into both legs calf stretch. Connect the first fingers and thumbs. Think of your hands like the pads of your feet now. The widest parts connected at the pinky toe, the big toe, and the heels, and the same with your hands. Pinky finger, index finger, and the heel of your hand. And then lift the seat back a little more. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look towards your fingers. Walk your hands in towards your toes. Sit the hips back, belly rests on thighs. Release the upper body, release the head, neck. Inhale slowly, moving from the feet. Let's roll up. Keep a nice C-curved spine as you come up. Navel to spine, belly engaged. All the way up, head, neck, shoulders, lifting up last. Let's roll the shoulder blades into the pockets and just do a little roll with the shoulders, a little push pedal through with the feet. Both feet come down onto the floor. Hip width apart. Toes forward, heels back. Lift the toes, spread the toes, plant the toes, connect big toe. Working through the muscles of the legs. Neutral pelvis, point B. 360 breath. Connecting ribs to hips. Tightening that belt notch. And then just roll your shoulders back and down, ribs to hips staying there, and let's release the shoulder blades into the pockets. Take the crown nice and tall, coming back from the feet to the top of your body, the crown of your head into your nice, perfect Pilates posture. Take a reach up with the arms. extend to the ceiling. Take one full roll down here or one full half roll down. Release all the way down. As you come down, release with the jaw, release the shoulders, ease around. Take a little side to side sway. In breath, exhale, roll up, letting go of any lasting tension as you rebuild back into your perfect posture. Float the arms wide, breathe in. Feel the feet engaged, big toes connected, insteps lifted, palms come down. And again, open back wide, lift the heart, palms together, exhale. One more time. Heart lifts, ribs stay connected. Hold the hands at the center of your body, heels of the hands in, fingers out. Release the elbows, release the shoulders. Stay for a couple of breaths here, just connecting breath, body and mind. When you're ready, release your hands. Take your right arm out, take your left arm out. Give yourself a round of applause. Well done this morning. Really taking it back to basics. It's always good to go right back to basics, especially when we feel as though we've moved on and that we've gained a lot more experience with the class, and then pulling it back to basics, we remember just how even the simple stuff can really help us find that connection again with our bodies and our breath and our minds. Even just that connection with the core, if that's all that you found there today, then that's good. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you on Friday. I can't remember what we've got, but it will be a strength class, I think, because we haven't had that yet this week. Oh, it's bar triceps combos, so these bits here. Yay. And a little bit of other stuff and balance as well, since we've got bar. So have a lovely couple of days. I will see you on Friday. Let me know how you got on with this one. Have a good day.